Hey bow hunters, check this out. Killed this bull, this little 6-point a couple days ago, and what I wanted to do was go over a little bit about chisel point versus cut on impact point broadheads. And if you come a little closer, Mike, I want to show them something. This bull, I hit this bull with a Matthews switchback. It's rated at 70 pounds, but it's actually measured 67 pounds. I used 125 grain 2-blade cut on impact broadhead. We won't go over brands and that because they're all really good. But what I wanted to talk about was chisel point versus cut on impact. If you come close, Mike, I'll show here. Here is where my 2-point cut on impact 2-blade cut on impact broadhead hit. Dead. If you'll notice, it's dead center in the rib. Dead center. It didn't go around the rib. It went dead center through it without breaking it, and it was a complete pass-through on a mature bull. Now, go ahead and move back now, Mike. Now, that was a cut on impact, but now I think if I would have been using a chisel point broadhead on elk only, not necessarily deer. Deer, it doesn't really matter. Their bones are half the size. I think it wouldn't have went through that bone. Most of the energy is absorbed in a chisel point is punching through the hide and the bone. Okay, cut on impact is a lot easier, a lot less energy is taken away when it enters through the bone and through the hide. And you can see from that going straight through the bone without much force. I believe that's the case. 2 years ago, I hit a bull exact same spot with an expandable chisel point, 17 yards. The arrow, I was like, yeah, I made a perfect shot. The arrow, after the bull started moving, I noticed the arrow was just dangling in him about 3 inches, and then it fell out right in front of me as he walked sideways. Then he's still laughing at me today, but that, and I think I hit him. I think what happened was it hit the bone, and it took all the energy out. And when it expanded those blades are bigger, and it couldn't push those blades through that bone. I think you're fine. You can use anything you want if you go in here. But if you hit dead center on that bone, you're going to lose a lot of elk. And bow hunters, as you know, the saddest part about it is when we work so hard to get these elk up in this high country. We get up there, we make a fantastic shot on a bull of a lifetime or a cow or whatever, and then only to be saddened by the fact that we can't find the animal. It dies. It dies on its own a couple of days later, or it gets somewhere far enough to where you can't find it that day. But as ethical bow hunters, I think that as far as the proof's in the pudding, the evidence is right here. If you can, this is the broadhead I'm going with, a 2-blade cut on impact, I think does far better than a chisel point. Okay? So in closing, I just want to say, hey, good luck out there, guys. Thanks.